Had a good session today with the U16s, the boys. It's pre-season training. They're in their third week of a 6-week period for pre-season. I've been doing a lot of fartlek running with them, and for like people who don't know, fartlek running is picking a point and sprinting to that point and then slowing down to a jog and then sprinting to another point. So what they've been doing is using half the field, sprinting, jogging around the outside of the field, and they haven't been doing it for a long sort of period of time, just 5 minutes really, gradually to build it up, because it's something that I'll be continuing throughout the season, with maybe a couple of weeks break. They are capable of becoming good players. Whether they know it or not is another thing, but I think anything's possible if you have the confidence, if you're given the accurate information, and if you're given goals and realism in terms of how you can achieve that. So I do believe in these players. Today we did something which they probably haven't done before, which is going to be helpful for them, and we'll be doing a lot of it, which is stop-start type practices. So I had 11 players, including the goalkeeper. So just worked on being in the exact position that you would be in on the field during an attack. And they worked with the movement out from the back from the goalkeeper. So you're looking at playing out from the back using the number 3 and the number 2. Then we developed it into using the number 4, who would be dropping in to collect. And then we worked on, okay, well, let's look to use our 7 and 11 or the number 9. Now, what they have to get accustomed to, which I'm going to have them get accustomed to it, will be familiarising themselves with what the numbers mean. The job of the player who has that number shirt. So they got an idea, and it's just a case of sort of honing that with them. And then I applied a little bit of pressure. So the number 4 drops to receive from the goalkeeper, but he drops under pressure. So we're looking at body shape to receive. We're then going to move it on to body shape to advance. So your first touch should be taking the ball forward. We're then looking at, if you can't go forward, you've got options, which is obviously retain or pass the ball sideways, or obviously use the goalkeeper, which we didn't touch on too much. I did a little bit of work with the goalkeeper in terms of him commanding his defence, and after he's distributed, he then has to get them into shape. So they know that they watch football, they can see themselves as footballers. It's just a case of supporting their development, and I've said to my assistant that we will be treating them as if they are a development side, not a grassroots side. We're going to treat them as a development side. The expectations will be that they have potential, not that they're the finished article, not that they are really, really good players, not that they aren't very good at all. We're going to treat them as if they are there to be moulded, and they will get better. I like them. They've got a bit of savvy, they've got a bit of banter, they've also got a little bit of arrogance, which probably needs to be managed. It's up to us how well we do this season. I'm disappointed with myself because I've booked a couple of holidays, which is taking place at the time when I need to be here because it's pre-season. I've also got a couple of Sundays which I'll be missing, which I'm so irritated by. But what can you do? You know, you need to work, you need to earn money, and holidays were booked before I joined the club. I won't be repeating that next year. I won't be booking holidays during pre-season because it's daft. You know, it's not preparing them effectively. But today's session was good. We did a little bit of core work, sit-ups and press-ups, not too many, and a lot of the I'm placing a lot of emphasis on the psychological side to the game, on trying to make them think as one team, no superstars, but the mind for the entire duration of the game, the mind and the heart and the fight will be what enables your team to do well. If you think as one unit, and if you think yourself out of difficult situations in games, so bad touches, bad passes, the score not being what you want it to be, if you think yourself outside of that, then you are actually clawing your way back into the game. And that's what I'm trying to emphasise with them, just how the psychological side to the game can actually be an essential tool. And I hope they don't think I'm mad, but I do keep saying to them that we are training your brain. We are training your brain. We don't just work with you physically, where you come here and kick the ball around. It's not about being the best player. We are working on your mindset. So during pre-season, I think it's important to identify the role that your mind plays in your preparation for what's going to be a very long, very bloody, very drawn out, very gutsy, very painful, very happy, very challenging season. It's going to be a challenging season. That's what the game is about. You're constantly being challenged. Whether you're falling out with your coach or manager, whether you're falling out with each other, falling out with your friends and family outside of the game, it's a challenge, and you need to be prepared for that. It's not going to be any good if I don't give them that realisation that it's going to be tough. They need to know it's going to be tough. So hopefully when it happens, or as it's happening, they will have the tools to manage that situation, independent of me standing in their ear telling them what to do. Nice guys, and I hope we do well, obviously. My assistant is a nice guy as well. So it's good. It's interesting because that's another person to manage. Not that he's childlike, but you have to manage your assistant as well. You have to manage the message that he's sending out to the players, manage the message that the players receive, and manage the expectations of both sides in order to make him feel valuable, but also not losing sight of the balance of the relationship, and also what it is you're looking to achieve. So, lots to think about. That's why we love the game, obviously. So, oh, by the way, this is my new houseboat. I don't live in a house anymore. Don't ask. It's a very, very long story.